Leicester play Palace tomorrow at home. We're back at the King Power. Can we make it another good victory? We don't want to be coming back again. Let's talk about that for a start. We don't want to be another great kind of escape, I suppose, to use the cliche that seems to be bandied around. We don't want it to be we're 2-0 down, we're 1-0 down, and we're having to fight to get back into the game. We want it to be we 1-0 up, 2-0 up, and we can cruise to victory. Do I think that will happen? Yes, I do. I know Palace are a good side this season, but they're coming off a loss against West Ham at home, where they kind of looked devoid of energy in the second half, at least, after Dwight Gale got sent off for what was a ridiculously reckless and stupid double yellow card. I mean, his second offence was mind-boggling. Why? I imagine if Jamie Vardy did that, I would not be happy as a City fan. But, you know, life goes on. Obviously, he won't be playing, but Palace, we know where their threats are. They're not going to surprise us. We know Bolassi's a threat if he plays. We know Zaha's a threat if he plays. We know that Kabai's their big threat from midfield if he plays. So they are the threats that Palace will offer when they come to play us tomorrow. We know our threats as well. We know Vardy is the threat at the moment. I mean, how can we not talk about him in this video? 9 goals in 9 league games from the best Leicester striker I've seen in years. Purely, as a fan, he's what you want to see from your team. He's everything. He epitomises the love of that club. He epitomises everything that you'd want as a City fan. You look at him and you think, that is me. If I could play for Leicester, that would be me. Giving my all, doing everything I could to make that team succeed. And Vardy does that. He's an absolute bundle of energy, which everyone knows, but this season his finishing has come on absolute leap and bounds and has made him the top goal scorer in the Premier League. I mean, it never grows old, does it, say, man? It never grows old saying we're still on course for a top 6 finish at this rate. It's just, the mind boggles with how this season is going so far. I saw a stat this morning, someone put on saying that Peter Taylor had exactly the same 1-4, drawn 4, lost 1 as Ranieri has at this stage, but that side wasn't this side, and this side is shown so much already that Taylor side never showed, and I really do think this side can push on. Palace though, let's get to the away day section. So Crystal Palace come here in pretty good form themselves. They sit high in the table as everyone knows, and apart from last week's game, they really have had some good results. I mean, they've got really good players in good positions, and Pardew has installed that kind of never say die attitude that Leicester are so well known for. Palace were kind of alongside us well known for that in terms of punditry and journalism, etc, etc. And they do offer, I mean, they play on the counter-attack as well. Let's not make any bones about it. They've got Bolassi, who's got bundles and bundles of pace and trickery. Zaha the same. If Sacco, when he played from the start of the season, he had it. And, you know, they can cause teams problems. They are susceptible in some areas. Obviously, Gale won't be playing, so Wickham might be playing up front. I mean, striking force really isn't that strong. I mean, they haven't got too many star-studded forwards who can kind of get them a goal when needed. I know they've got wide players who can do it, and Cabaye obviously has been getting quite a few from, but the last game against West Ham, when Gale went off, you kind of saw that without Gale up front, their kind of options to score goals just weren't as strong. Obviously, they scored a penalty from Cabaye, who really has been a revelation for them in terms of would he come back and be what the player he was at Newcastle. He went to PSG, didn't make anything of himself, played obviously Champions League football, won league title, but was never a key man in most teams. I mean, he got kept out of the team by Thiago Motta, but coming back to Palace, he seems to thrive in the Premier League, and he has settled in well again. He's nursed kind of the players around him to become the good side that they are, and players around him have become better players because of having Cabaye in the middle. He can distribute the ball well, he gets goals, he's running through and back, and James McArthur's a player I think we need to talk about for him. McArthur is a really, really good player who doesn't get talked about enough at Palace, and he's another driving force in that midfield who really is key for them. Defensively, I think that we could get past them. They're not too strong at the back. I know some people will say they are strong. Palace fans, I'm sure, will say they're strong, but I feel like we can get behind them with Vardy, and if Mahrez plays, I mean, Mahrez and Dyer surely have to play after what happened last weekend, but, you know, I think they're really susceptible at the back. I think we can get in behind them. I think we can really cause them problems. Hopefully this is the case. Hopefully I'm right, and hopefully we get the win. I mean, it's one of those games at home to Palace that last season was our absolute shooting ourselves in the foot. I mean, that term doesn't actually mean what it means, but you know what I mean? We shot ourselves in the foot. We didn't do what we expected to do and beat Palace at home. And last season that was one of the big turning points, you know, that game, that the fans started booing. And this season, let's hope Ranieri gets another win at home under his belt and we can push on and start really, I know there aren't many of us looking down the table now, but really never look down the table. If we win at the weekend, I know that we're not going to get relegated because we'll have too many points at this stage of the season to contemplate. We'll be so far clear of, one of Newcastle or Sunderland aren't going to pick up 3 points, for example. Villa probably won't pick up 3 points against Swansea, and if they do, Swansea won't pick up 3 points. So we're so far clear of those teams if we win at the weekend that there's no coming back from that towards relegation. So my prediction, men, my lock of the week, I'm going to go for 2-1 City. I think we'll concede because we're Leicester City of 2015-16. We concede every single game. It's not really a joke anymore, it's just a thing. You expect us to concede, we do concede, but I think we're going to score more goals this game. I think we're going to score 2. Vardy were one of them. I'm not sure where the other one's going to come from. I think Vardy will keep his run going purely because he's on such confidence at the moment. There's no player in, arguably, European football who is more confident than him at the moment. I know people like Lewandowski and Muller will be as confident, but no one more confident than Jamie Vardy. He's come on leaps and bounds from a player that first came to this football club. I didn't rate him when he first came to this football club. I hold my hands up and admit that. I didn't rate him as a footballer, and I'm not sure many people could say they did rate him as a footballer. But now he is a good footballer, not just a good workhorse, he's a good footballer. Technically he's a good footballer. His mental state is brilliant now. He seems to read the game so much better under Ranieri, and his understanding of what needs to happen on a football pitch has really, really improved. Mahrez and Dyer then have to play. But you saw what happened at Southampton. They came on. Apologies for not having that video up, by the way. There was just a few errors with the file and it would never let me kind of upload it. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, after that game, I know Mahrez and Dyer were just sensational when they came on. Absolute game changers. And Dyer for me was the standout. You expect it from Mahrez, but everything I've seen of Nathan Dyer so far, when he came on against Villa, he was majestic. When he came on yesterday, he was majestic. And he looks like a player that I can't believe Swansea would let go. I always rated him at Swansea. I said that when we signed him. You can check the video down below in the description. But I've always rated him as a player. He's fast and he offers an end product, which I mentioned when we signed him. He offers an end product. And it proved last week when he set up Vardy for his first goal. And I'm so expectant now for good things to happen that I can't. The last time, obviously apart from the Arsenal game, the last time I was kind of disappointed by a result was Chelsea at home last season, and even that, it was Chelsea at home when they were going to win the title. So it's a funny old time being a Leicester City fan, but times that you have to savour and live long in the memory when it comes down to these moments. Palace fans, I'm sure you feel the same. Pardew came in and he's done wonders for the club. I'm not sure any of you could say he hasn't. He's solidified you and made you kind of a team who expects to be in the Premier League. Warnock didn't do that to you. Pulis kind of did do that to you, and obviously, you weren't that kind of team. You were a yo-yo team, but now you look settled in the Premier League. Look like you're meant to be there. And Pardew's done a lot of that. I never knew why Pardew got sacked from Newcastle. I know they wanted him gone because of the Courtney Mafia and stuff, and not doing stuff for the club. I'm not going to get into it, but you know what I mean. I never saw why Pardew should go, and he's been successful with you as he was at Newcastle. So I wish you all the best of luck for the season, apart from tomorrow and in the reverse fixture. But I think we're going to win the game. I think we are going to win the game 2-1. If you want to have a bet on it, then have a bet on whatever website you want to bet on. But I would go for Jamie Vardy to score and for Leicester to win 2-1. That is my bet of the week. That's what I'm going to go for. So please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think the score of the game is going to be. Please like the video as always, and please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Come on the Foxes.